Good afternoon to all of you. Right, this is Chef Davinder Kumar. And let me introduce you to my deputy chef Varun Chauhan.
Hello everyone.
We are going to be demonstrating, Chef Lalit Mohan, Chef Bharat Khemani, they are there to assist, right? And you're going to be watching. Okay, just watch. So I'm going to be using two mics together. Today, I'm going to be sharing two of my latest recipes which are based on my cooking philosophy. And that philosophy is sustainability, simplicity, health, and happiness. So the cuisine which I cook, that's my philosophy. My all food preparations menus evolve around this. So today's two recipes are unique by itself. That would mean why those recipes are unique, because these recipes are based on this concept. And these two recipes also are influenced by Mediterranean cuisine. So the first recipe is tabbouleh new way. As you know, tabbouleh, most of you, tabbouleh is a vegan, very popular vegan Middle Eastern salad. Tabbouleh, right? And it's generally served as a meze. Meze means a small appetizer, can be served as a main course, can be served as an accompaniment. So the first recipe is that. The second one is Gremolata dusted sea bass, which is oven baked, served with the parle risotto and napped with the roasted bell pepper coulis. So both the recipes are different. So each recipe will have these four components which I told you. You will see that, because rest I will talk while preparing. Thank you. Let's start. Okay, I have some copies of recipes which I'm going to be distributing. You are going to be sharing them, We have limited copies. Bharat? Okay. Just share, 2 or 3 boys can share one and keep some with you. Okay. Let's begin with tabbouleh new way. You see, for making this tabbouleh salad, generally in tabbouleh the main ingredient is parsley and cracked meat. But what I have done in this recipe is I have replaced cracked meat with millet, making it healthy. Remember that concept which I told you. Millet I have replaced because millets have lot of health benefits. You see, it has fiber, healthy fiber, and then I've got pumpkin. Pumpkin also I have added for immunity. So these are the two ingredients which I have replaced. So to make this salad, I have you need parsley, you need dices of tomatoes. We've got mint, green onion, the spring onion, roasted pumpkin. Let me tell you about roasted pumpkin. Why I've added roasted? It is going to that. Because tabbouleh new way, I would define it tabbouleh my way. So it's been creating something different. So that comes where thinking beyond. That's where you need to use your imagination. So this is roast pumpkin, very simple. Peel it off, de-seed, cut into dices, and slightly pan-sear it, little olive oil, salt, pepper, and put it in the oven for 5-7 minutes at a temperature of 220 Celsius. So this pumpkin, and as I'm sure you would know how to boil millets, very simple. 2 parts water in a boiling water to put these millets and boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. So all our things are ready. I've got this roasted pumpkin seeds as well. Again, to add nutrients. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. To make this tabbouleh salad, I made it very easy for you. That the recipe has already been written for you, so you need not waste your time. And in case you fall short of it, you can pick and share among yourself. We take a bowl, and any bowl, very simple to make, but lot of parsley which has been not chopped, it's sliced and roughly sliced. Generally people make mistake that you add finely chopped parsley. I won't recommend that. Okay, we have diced tomato. Again, tomato should be diced, not chopped. Two tablespoons of fresh mint, again sliced. 2 tablespoons of green onions, sliced, not chopped. Here, pumpkin, which has been roasted, cut into dices and roasted. Here comes the main ingredients, millet, which has been parboiled so that it remains crunchy when you eat. We have millet. Okay, after adding that, I slightly mix it, toss it. After adding that, let's stir in a little lemon juice. Add lemon juice. There are many ways of making tabbouleh. There was one recipe I tried the other day that you begin with burghul, which is cracked wheat. You marinate it with salt, pepper, lemon juice and olive oil, and then add other ingredients. So tabbouleh can be made in many styles. Okay, I stirred in lemon, right? Bit of salt. Salt is as per taste. Okay, black pepper. That's my famous pose that you could see that from the pic, right? Pepper, nothing like freshly cracked pepper. Nothing like that. You may use white pepper, but I would recommend going for that. Lovely. The flavor, the aroma, you get that. Okay. After adding that, I would again toss it well. See how simple it is? Okay, at this stage, like to taste salt and pepper. I wouldn't mind adding a little bit more pepper. Little salt. Olive oil. I am using extra virgin olive oil. Again, mix well. Now, to add nutrients, roasted pumpkin seeds. It's a world nowadays trend is to eat seeds. It has all the properties. You have antioxidants. They are very healthy, very nutritious. So here I add tablespoon of pumpkin seeds. Slightly toss again. Okay, then comes is the plating. As one says, the food must look beautiful. It should look appetizing. To make sure any food you prepare is well presenting. In my opinion, in my philosophy of cooking, I lay a lot of emphasis on presentation because they say it's the eyes was first to eat food. So it's very important that food should look appetizing. All right, we take a bowl, salad bowl of your choice, pour it this salad. There are many ways of presenting this salad. you could also serve it in individual dishes, appetizer dishes, if you desire. Just arrange it. Clean the plate a little. It's a very healthy salad though. Okay, I'm putting microgreens. Yeah. Few microgreens on top, just to add more of nutrients. A bit of roasted pumpkin seeds, and to serve with it, I have made lavash. This is sesame lavash. You could make a lavash of your choice. So here we have tabbouleh new egg. I hope you can see it. Lovely. Tabbouleh new way mean tabbouleh my way. So likewise, when you create any dish, make sure you can innovate the way you like, you can create the way you like, but remember one thing, taste, originality should never be forgotten. So basically, as I'm going to again repeat, what I've done is, I have replaced burgul, which is cracked wheat, with millets. I've added pumpkin to add more immunity booster. It's all about immunity now post-COVID. We all are health conscious. And I've also added roasted pumpkin seeds. So all put together, salad becomes healthy, vegan, and absolutely fresh. Normal bajra. Yes, I have to use bajra to do that. I've also tried this salad with the barley. Came out pretty well. We also tried quinoa. I thought of earlier giving quinoa. Then I said, why not to use a local grain? Because as I said, the concept evolves around sustainability. That's the modern trend now. Use local, use fresh, you use seasonal. That's what I'm telling you. You can do wonders with local ingredients. All right. In case you want to try, we have any? Let's move on to the second recipe. You know, when you talk about food, you know those, are we ready? Yeah. While little more preparations are done. When we talk about food, you know, 5 senses come to your mind. You know, sight, smell, sound, papad, right? Texture, right? And the king of senses is the taste. So in my opinion, this recipe, as I said, also again evolves around that. Remember, there are basic fundamental rules which you must follow, even if when you are making a dal at home, a sabji at home, a salad at home, food must have these, you know, you always see that food must look beautiful, must be appetizing. So let's start with the second recipe, which again evolves around 4 concepts. I just said in the beginning, sustainability, health, happiness. Exactly, yeah. Thank you. Okay. This dish, which is called cremelta dusted. Cremelta, basically, it can be served as a garnish. It's a kind of mix. You have many such marinations available, chimichurri or cremelta I've chosen, and I'm going to be making cremelta, which is made with Parmesan cheese and olives. Otherwise, the original one has only parsley, garlic, olive oil. Likewise, chimichurri is further, you add vinegar, you have chili, So there are many, you might say, marinations, right? But this is the kind of crust which I'm going to be using. So to make this dish, which is grana molta dusted sea bass, served with the barley risotto, again grains, healthy, local, and topped with bell pepper coulis, which is full of immunity. So just see that three things. Grana molta itself is very healthy. The sea bass, then again barley, and again is bell pepper. So all those four philosophy of mine cooking gets into this dish. Okay, for this we need this. This is a local sea bass. You can use Chilean, but I would recommend again use local. That's your normal sea bass, which is a fillet, boneless. One side we retain skin, the other one is with flesh, and approximately 80 grams each. You can also take a thinner fillet if you want. I've chosen medium size because I want to emphasize little on presentation too. Although fillets, thin, easy to cook, quick, and they are equally good. So let me create. We have grana molta. I will tell you how it's been made. Okay. Now the items we need. There are three components involved in this. A, grana molta and marination of the fish. That's one. Then we move on to the second would be cooking barley risotto. The third would be, if you see the recipe, have you given the recipe? Okay, please do. Have you got the recipe of this dish? Right? The third would be making bell pepper coulis, and the fourth would be cooking and plating. So these are the components, because when I chose this dish, I thought let me show you certain skills. It's not only cooking one. I want you to learn skills here, right? Okay. Now, grana molta is very, very simple to make because of scarcity of time. I have already made it. This has nothing. It has chopped green olives, right? It has garlic. It has parmesan. It has breadcrumb. It has a lemon zest, all powdered but not fine. It's a kind of powder. So I would call it olive and parmesan grana molta. So make sure that, as I said, there are others also. You could also make with just parsley, garlic, and little olive oil. That's also grana molta available. So in this, these ingredients are there because I'm going to be dusting the fish. The second step is marinating, the marination of the fish. Okay, we do that. We first pat dry fish. Pat dry means remove mesh, clean and pat dry fish. Every recipe, if you go through, it's very systematically, every step is there. You will not find any difficulty in understanding and cooking. Right. So we pat dry fish to remove extra moisture. And for this, you can use kitchen duster, kitchen paper, you could use that. Okay. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little salt, pepper, freshly cracked pepper. I'm using black pepper. You could use also white, but black I'm using. Likewise, we turn on the both sides. Little salt. Right. Okay. As I said, this is grana molta dusted fish. So I'm going to dust it with the fish on the other side, the flesh side you take. Spread this mixture on a flat platter and see this. That's how you're going to crust it. Keep it back here. Likewise, other pieces. You've got to press it so that while cooking, it should come off it. The third piece. Likewise, the fourth piece. What we can do is little bit on sprinkle in case some of the sides are not coated well. Press it well. This will avoid the mixture coming off while cooking. Okay, here we go. Can I have some dust with me? So our first step is over. We have marinated fish fillet, dusted with gremolata, and we keep it aside. Okay, the second component would be making barley. Take a small pan, right? I have used this pan because you need induction friendly pan, so I had to take little bigger pan which was available, but smaller pan, saucepan, heat pan. Okay. Ingredients required, I will again repeat, ingredients required for barley is we need butter, chopped onion, chopped garlic, parboiled barley, I mean, 3/4 cooked barley, white wine, and some vegetable stock. I'll tell you, and of course Parmesan cheese. Very simple. We heat butter in a pan. Barley is again healthy. I think barley, it's World Day, it's happening in the world. It's being celebrated because today millets are very, very trendy now. I think people, because after post-COVID especially, they have become very health conscious. They are all moving towards, going back to basics, what our grandparents, our grandmother used to feed us with. Whether it was dalia, it was bajra, or bajri ki roti. So we are all going back there. Okay, heat butter in a pan, add a teaspoon of chopped onion, keep stirring well, add a half teaspoon of garlic, the moment they turn translucent, light golden brown. You see, it's very important while cooking, the right degree of heat is there. You see, and just see, well, you are far off, I'm sure through camera you would see that heat is absolutely medium. Here I'll add little white wine, just to add flavor. Reduce it a little. Here you are getting flavor of onions, garlic. I have not overcooked garlic or onions. Okay, here we add, while it's simmering, I add half cup of a little more barley. Stir it well. Keep stirring just for half a minute so the rawness of barley goes off. Okay, as I said, this barley has been parboiled, it's not fully done. So I add some just give a spoon. This is stock being added. This will be added in installment so that it on a simmering flame so that the remaining cooking is completed in this. Okay, we have a little, here we can add a little salt. This will take little time. So while barley is being cooked, we'll move on to the third component. The third component is preparing red pepper coulis. As you know, as I said earlier also, bell peppers are very healthy, full of immunity booster. So whenever you have your salads and all, and easily available. But there was a time that all these ingredients we had to procure overseas, but they are all available here. You have red, yellow, all bell peppers are here. Now, show me those bell pepper, whole, no, whole. These are bell peppers. What I did is cut them into 4, de-seed them, spread them on a tray, right? Sprinkle some olive oil, little thyme, garlic, cloves, and put it in the oven for about 10-12 minutes. As soon as the skin starts coming, remove it, let it cool. The moment it's little cold, it'll be easy to remove the skin. So peppers they would look like that. Just cut them into, roughly chop them and puree them. This is the puree. This puree basically bell pepper has been roasted, pureed. It has a flavor of garlic, it has a flavor of thyme. It's been infused with those herbs. There'll be a question, why roast? Why not to use as it is? There's a lot of difference. That will have, raw flavor. This has a smoky flavor. So further to enhance flavor, or further to add flavor into the food, which we've done that. Okay. And mind you, roasting of vegetable is very, very simple. Technique is take a tray, cut vegetables, spread them on a tray, sprinkle some olive oil, thyme, garlic, put it in the oven, preheated oven for 15 minutes, you have those. You can roast tomato, you can roast bell pepper, you can roast any vegetable. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. The barley is getting cooked on slow fire on a simmering flame so that it becomes more tender, right? Okay, we move on to the second. Heat butter. Heat butter in a pan. Again, medium heat. Pour this puree. Keep stirring well. Again, little salt. We have to go slow on salt because, initially basic sauces should have less sauce. Final seasoning should be checked at the last. It's fine. I will add some pepper here. I'm very fond of black pepper, freshly crushed. This is what I learned when I was in France. That's where they don't use pepper as it is. They even use rock salt, on a pepper miller. Keep that if you're cooking. No, you do that. Okay. On slow fire. The sauce should not stick to the pan. Make sure at the degree of the fire must be absolutely low. Okay. Our sauce is basic ready. Barley is getting cooked. Fish has been marinated. Bell pepper basic sauce is ready. Move on to the next, right? The important part is move on to the cooking. Take a non-stick pan. Here, I think we could do that. Let's put it on fire. Here, while barley is being cooked and you still find it's hard, add a little bit more stock. Let it simmer again. Beautiful. Let it, stew. Okay. We take a non-stick pan, put some oil. You can use refined oil. You can use olive oil. I am using olive oil for cooking this because, as I said, that both the recipes are influenced with Mediterranean style. So olive oil, but you can use refined groundnut oil. Butter I would not use because butter has low smoking point, it will get burned. At the end I will add little butter. I'll cook fish, that's the next step. At the end of the session, there's going to be 5 minutes that we allot for question answer. In case you have any query, please note it down. Feel free to ask me. I'll be while the oil is getting heated. It has to come and so far. It's very rare. It's a great platform organized by Indian Culinary Forum, which is one of the largest chefs association of India, having more than 2,000 members, inviting chefs to cook under one roof. Believe me, in our time, we never had such platform. So it's a great opportunity. Please watch each recipe. I would like you to, I'll just cook 2 pieces. I would like you to carry back home some good memories, good knowledge. All these I can see a lot of young chefs, future chefs sitting here. So please make use of these master classes with me, after me. Other chefs will also be doing. So great opportunity. Please enjoy that. You see if you have noticed, the skin side I have put first on fire, right? Because that takes a little time. And this fish generally is finished in the oven, right? It's pan seared on, this is pan searing which I am doing. Finishing is done in the oven. But since the oven is far off, I am going to tell you how to do cooking in the pan itself. Sea bass has its own flavor. Sea bass has its own quality, It's a delicious fish. As I said, you get Chilean sea bass, which is very, very expensive though. That has its again charm. All right, I'll turn it back once it's colored. Okay, at this stage, if you have an oven, please transfer it to an oven, this pan, or transfer it to a plate or tray. Here at the end, I would add a little butter, just for flavor. You can see the flavor of butter coming into the fish. I do a little just pour hot butter and oil. You will see so much of flavor of butter getting into the fish. This fish should not take more than 3 to 4 minutes, very, very, very tender. Okay, after that, what I'll do is, I'll cover the pan, reduce the fire. So it's, I've covered the pan so that steam, it builds up the steam and get cooked faster and remain soft. Okay, next would be, while the fish is being eaten, we'll get ready with the vegetable. Varun, how about tossing vegetables? You can take seasonal vegetable, you can serve any vegetable. What I've chosen, again, on garden vegetable, baby carrot, green asparagus, again seasonal, and I've used pak choi. You can use spinach as well. Lovely flavor. If you smell, you get green olives, you get garlic, you get, all those flavors are there. Okay, take either butter or oil. You can also use mixed. Tossed vegetable, seasoned with salt, pepper. You must have noticed I am not stirring well. Another tip I would like to give you, generally I have seen, whenever you are cooking food, stir less. We have the habit of, we add onion, we'll keep stirring. We add garlic, keep stirring. We add another, keep stirring. Limit it. Where tossing needs to be done, this is called tossing. Just toss the vegetable. You see, you have to toss. That's it. So, baby carrots are getting tossed. We have pak choi. So, the next step would be, before I do that, we'll finish bale risotto. You can see that it's almost cooked now. Okay, just do that. Done? Yeah. Okay. Here we add parmesan, grated parmesan, parsley, stir it well. check seasoning. Sorry, absolutely fine. Little black pepper. It has a flavor of wine. You know, you will get to taste after I finish. Stir well. Okay, it's absolutely ready. Yeah, just give me a plate to keep this underneath. Fish is cooked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What we'll do is, the most important part left is plating. As I said, food must be presented beautifully. That's the key to a successful cooking, you know. Food must remember that my forte is presentation. Today, art of plating, if you know, if you Google, art of plating has gone to next level. If I see 3-4 decades back, plating wasn't so much paid attention as much today. Even the Indian food has gone to next level. Art of plating is something which you need to learn now. Now, if you are planning to take this profession as career, plating is important. All right, we go into the plating. Our fish is cooked.
And
Just see, fish is cooked, barley is cooked, bell pepper, cool is ready, vegetables are tossed, everything is ready. We take a plate of the choice. We have taken a mold. Tell her to give a little gap. Have you told her? Have you told her not to speak for some time? Let me finish. Give me paper, please. Press it a little. Okay, moving on to the next. Give me Tom, please. Place bok choy at the bottom. Carrots. With cabbage. Okay. You see, when we finish a particular sauce, remember one thing. Finishing sauce would mean adding the final touch is butter or cream. So here I add cream to it. Special. After adding cream, I add butter. After adding butter, no further cooking. I switched off the fire. Okay. As soon as pickup is announced, see the crust. Place this fish on top of bok choy. Place the second piece. Remove this. 2 or 3 pieces asparagus. And of course, sauce. Dill. You can serve dal separate, sauce separately as well. Okay, here we have garam multa, dusted sea bass, oven cooked, served on bed of pak choy, vegetables, barley, risotto, and bell pepper coulis. Here we have. So here I finished my both the recipes, and very easy to make. You can all try at home. Remember one thing, recipe has no soul. The recipe is just a guideline. You have to add soul to it is by putting your heart and love. So always cook from heart with attitude and love. It'll be a great food. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook @Chef Davinder Kumar. Shortly, I'm going to be launching my YouTube channel, Recharge Cooking with Chef Davinder Kumar. Soon you'll be seeing that. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to follow me every day. There is some post or other. Great. Any questions before I close the demo? Feel free. You want a mic? Anything? Okay. I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, big round of applause for all these guys. Great friends. Stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. Be happy, be healthy. Take care of yourself. Thank you.